conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Ready to get your day started the right way with all the news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Of course, Sweet 16 is here. Nebraska getting ready to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes tonight in Houston. In the Sweet 16, tip-off will be at 6:30 on TBS. We've got some comments coming up from Ben McCollum, the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Fred Hoiberg, the head coach for the Nebraska basketball team. That's coming up on the show today. The fourth-ranked Nebraska bowling team. Yeah, the bowling team has made the sports headlines today. They have earned a spot in the Pittsburgh Regional coming up April 2nd to the 4th. We'll talk about that today. Hastings College baseball team on the diamond last night picked up a convincing 11-1 win over Nebraska Wesleyan. Got some high school baseball today. Both Adams Central and Hastings High will be in action. Central Community College is expanding its athletic program with the addition of 3 sports. Talk about that coming up. Major League Baseball got started last night with the Yankees beating San Francisco. And again, majority of the talk today on the NCAA Men's College Basketball Tournament into the Sweet 16 today. We've got a special edition of the Blazing Five coming up for you later on this hour. So stick around for that as we welcome you into another day. Tyson Havronic will join us from the Western Studios. Good morning, my man.
Yep, good morning. As we get going here on Thursday morning, you mentioned special edition of Sweet 16, new Chiefs Challenge. We've kind of recreated the rules a little bit. We're just doing straight spreads today, so we're going to find you 5 winners for the NCAA basketball tournament, and Nebraska getting underway. It is game day, and a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz here for this Sweet 16 matchup as we get set to take on rival Iowa in the rubber match of the series. And looking forward to a good day on the baseball side of things. Breath of fresh air. Everything is right with the world. It's opening day, and that just gives a whole different kind of set of feels here for this baseball sports fan. And looking forward to what should be a fun week.
Actually, the season getting underway last night was one game.
It's Yankees. It doesn't count.
Yankees beating San Francisco 7-0. They scored 5 runs like in the second or third inning. And the Yankees go on to beat San Francisco in Game 1 of the 2026 season. So now really opening day is really today with 11 games on the Major League Baseball slate. So Major League Baseball is underway. A couple other notes I want to get to right off of the bat. Kansas head coach Bill Self denied rumors that he is planning to retire, telling the Kansas City Star yesterday that he remains undecided on his future with the Jayhawks. Hours after multiple social media accounts reported on his imminent retirement, Self told the Kansas City Star that he still does not have a time frame for his decision. In fact, he said, quote, "No news, all BS, bad info," unquote. That's the text that he sent to the Kansas City Star yesterday. Self, of course, 63, was non-committal on his future after Kansas's season-ending loss on Sunday to St. John's in the NCAA tournament, adding that his decision would be based on his health instead of his on-court factors. So Bill Self still hanging in there, and I saw it several times in social media posts yesterday that Self was planning to retire. Bill says it himself that no decision has been made yet. So that's the latest on Bill Self. Mm-hmm. The NFL season this year evidently going to kick off on a Wednesday. We've been kind of accustomed to those Thursday night games for the kickoff. Well, this year evidently we're going to play on a Wednesday. It's going to feature the Seattle Seahawks against an opponent yet to be named. The change had to be made because the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers will open their season in Melbourne, Australia, in a game that will be broadcast on Thursday night in the United States because of the time difference. The Seahawks game will play on NBC at 8:20, 7:20 our time, against an unnamed opponent. The Rams and the 49ers will play on Friday morning at 10:35 a.m. local time in Australia, which is 8:35 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. So we're going to have the Wednesday night game featuring the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, and then we're going to have this game on Thursday night. That's actually going to be on Friday in Australia, and that's going to be the Thursday night game. So a little change for your NFL schedule coming up for this year. Instead of opening on a Thursday and then playing that international game on Friday, like we have the last couple of years, it's going to be a Wednesday opening, and then we're going to play that international game on a Thursday. The past 2 years, the NFL has played that international game on a Friday after the season opener on a Thursday. 2024, the Eagles and the Packers played in Brazil. And, of course, last year the Chiefs got screwed. They played the Los Angeles Chargers on the Friday after the season opener in Brazil as well. So that's going to be a little different for the NFL schedule for this year. We're going to play on a Wednesday, the season opener, and then we're going to play the international game on a Thursday instead of Thursday, Friday. So,
yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, they're basically playing on every day of the week on every different streaming service. It doesn't matter. It's football. They've really given up on the whole rest rules, like you were talking about with the Chiefs getting screwed. And now you're having the jet lag where you don't lose an hour. You don't lose a few hours. You lose an entire day. I don't know. I mean, it's part of the globalization of the game, and I get it. But at some point, there's going to be more international games, and there's going to be national games for the National Football League. And, starting on Wednesday, it's weird. It's just weird.
What have we got, 8 or 9 international games this year? Going to have a lot of them. So, anyway, those are some news and notes from around the world this morning as we get up and get going. Again, we got some comments coming up from Fred Hoiberg, Ben McCollum, as we preview the Nebraska-Iowa game coming up for you. Hastings College, they were on the diamond last night. Broncos picking up an impressive win over Nebraska Wesleyan. 11-1 last night. Broncos hammering out 14 base hits in the 7-inning game that was called because of the 10-run rule. Samuel Bruno led the Broncos to the plate, going 3 for 4 RBIs, 1 run scored. Devin Otto pitched 3 scoreless innings of relief to pick up the win, allowing 2 hits while striking out 1. He's the junior out of Aurora. So Hastings is now 15-11 on the season. They're going to play a 4-game series at Northwestern this weekend. They'll play 2 games on Friday, then the 2 games on Saturday. So that's what we had last night on the air. Hastings College baseball with the Broncos winning 11-1 over Nebraska Wesleyan. Got to have some high school stuff for you tonight as you get ready for the NCAA basketball tournament. You can join us for some high school baseball coming up this afternoon. Adams Central will take on St. Paul Palmer today at Duncan Field. First pitch will be at 4:30 on there with a pregame show at 4:15. Hastings High also in action today. They're going to be on the road playing at Gretna. So we'll have high school baseball for you this afternoon on Extreme Sports with the Adams Central Patriots playing St. Paul Palmer. All right, I know you're probably still working on your camera. I'd really like for you to join me today.
No, that's probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, we ran all kinds of tests yesterday. Everything was working great, and we had a brand new HD camera that was supposed to kind of sync up a little bit better here for the show. We're trying to make some improvements, and then we get to showtime, and
the lights come on.
Lights. No, they're not even coming on.
The lights come on, and we didn't execute.
Didn't execute showtime, so we'll get it figured out eventually. But we're in the dark again.
That's all right. The show is usually in the dark.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, the show is usually in the dark. This one hits kind of close to you.
Uh-oh.
Central Community College.
Yeah, that's me.
Is expanding its athletics program.
Let's go.
With the addition of 3 sports, the Board of Governors at CCC have approved beach volleyball, women's golf, and women's flag football.
Sweet.
To its sports offerings out there at CCC. Beach volleyball and women's golf will be based at the Columbus campus, while women's flag football will be offered at the Hastings campus. Beach volleyball and women's golf will begin in the spring of 2027. There's no timeline yet on the beginning of women's flag football. Now, in order to play beach volleyball, don't you have to have a beach?
No, it's just sand.
I know it's just sand, but don't you have to have a beach?
No, you can call it sand volleyball instead of beach volleyball. It is called beach volleyball, but it's just played on sand pit. Hell, the University of Nebraska has their indoor beach volleyball simulator. That it's just sand volleyball, dude. You don't need a beach.
Well, then you should call it sand volleyball and not beach volleyball.
It started on a beach.
It started on the beach, but if you don't have water, you don't have a beach, you can't call it beach volleyball. You just call it sand volleyball. So anyway, CCC is going to have a beach volleyball program and women's golf, and then they're going to have women's flag football.
Mm-hmm.
Hastings College has started women's flag football. They're going to get started, I think, next spring. And now CCC is going to have a women's flag football team.
Nice.
So a couple of notes from Central Community College adding 3 sports to their program. Let's dive in. Since we got the Blazing 5 coming up here at 7:30, let's dive into the Nebraska-Iowa game. Everybody's anticipating that tonight. Hell, even the wife today wanted to know what time the game was on. Wanted to know what time the game was on tonight and what channel. So everybody, even the casual fans, are getting involved with Husker hoops as Nebraska plays Iowa here tonight. Fred Hoiberg met the media yesterday in Houston, and the coach says it won't be easy facing the Hawkeyes for the 3rd time this season.
We've got our game plan. Iowa has theirs, and now it's all about going out and executing and figuring out a way to make adjustments if things aren't going according to plan. And it is. When you look at the 2 games that we played earlier this year, very, Iowa, with the way that they control pace and control tempo, I thought they did a great job with that in those first 2 games. They get up 10 early on Clemson and did the same thing, got a double-digit lead against Florida, and they were able to control pace and tempo for the entire game. That was the story, I thought, in our 2 games as well. And they do as good a job as anybody. Ben does a phenomenal job of getting his guys in the right spots, with Sturts being one of the most clutch players in this tournament and in all of college basketball. But what they're doing with Combs right now, he's handling the ball a lot as well. They're using Sturts a little bit off the ball. The way Koch is shooting, he's shooting 54% over his last 5 with 18 made threes. And really everybody. Banks coming off an unbelievable game. And, it's going to come down to a lot of little things, Robin. Rebounding is going to be very important in this game. It's going to be a possession battle. Taking care of the basketball, very important at this time of year. And, with what Iowa did, having more offensive rebounds than Florida was so unbelievably impressive. and also having 15 offensive rebounds against Clemson. I think won the Battle of the Glass by 13 in that game. So, just they're playing their best basketball this season. I like how we're playing right now, and it should be a fun game tomorrow night.
It has been a magical, historic season for the Huskers this year, but Fred says he hasn't really had time to reflect on the season at this point.
Oh, not really. It's on to the next. And if you get caught up in it and if you get satisfied, you're not going to last very long in this tournament. And again, I look back at the team that we put together all season long. They found a way to move past it. And whether it's been a tough, devastating loss, our guys have found a way to regroup and refocus, or if it's been a big emotional win. And that's what it was this last weekend. Did we celebrate? Absolutely we did. I think every team that's in this position right now celebrates it, but then you got to get over it. And then you got to get back in the gym, and you got to put a game plan together, and you got to watch a lot of film. And then it's all about going out and executing everything that you put in to give you the best chance of continuing to advance in this tournament. And when I look back at this journey all season long, that's what's been most impressive, I think, about our guys, is they've found a way to move on to the next assignment. And, certainly this week with playing Iowa, our guys, we know them, they know us. And, we put a game plan together that hopefully will give us a chance. And, now it's about going out and executing. But yes, you have to celebrate it. I've talked about enjoying the journey. I mean, you have to enjoy this process. I mean, this team will be remembered forever as the first team to get that NCAA win. And, there's something to that. But at the same time, when I ask them after the game, are you satisfied to a man, they say no.
And Fred Hoiberg says he knows the fans will get involved and they'll come out in full force tonight down in Houston.
I was blown away in Oklahoma City. They absolutely 100% played a factor in us getting to the point where we are right now. And to set an all-time decibel record, I've coached against the Thunder in that building, and when they're in there in the playoffs, that's the best atmosphere in the NBA. And for our fans to break that just says everything you need to know. And it was 98% Husker fans in there, in that building. And when Frager hit that shot, the roof blew off the place. And then, when that shot rimmed out 8 times, then the celebration began. It's been really special to share this journey with them because of everything that they've gone through with, across all sports. And, for us to be able to go out there and, celebrate with them, I thought was really maybe a highlight of the season for our team, just because of everything that they've done for us. They've really helped us have some signature wins, and I know that they're going to show up in a big way.
And that's Fred Hoiberg. He met the media down in Houston yesterday ahead of tonight's game with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Meanwhile, Ben McCollum, he is the head coach for Iowa. He was asked what this game tonight is going to do to the Nebraska-Iowa rivalry.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably, growing up around it, obviously there's, Iowa State and Nebraska are all kind of rivals. Usually you probably, none of us like any of each other. It's kind of how it works. So I don't know that it's going to, excite it anymore. I mean, it's one of those things that when you grow up around it, you understand it, you get it. I probably don't, when you're in it, like when you're playing, you probably don't really pay attention to it, to be perfectly honest. I hate to say that for Iowa and Nebraska fans, but it's irrelevant that they're Nebraska and we're Iowa. In my mind, maybe from an outside perspective, it's a little bit different, but for me, it could be Florida, Clemson, Nebraska. It's irrelevant. It's the next opponent, and they're a really good team.
Now, this will be the third meeting between the two teams this season. Iowa won earlier this year in Iowa City. The Huskers won just a couple of weeks later in Lincoln.
I thought they just played better than us the second time around. Obviously they made a few adjustments. We made a few adjustments. I think they just played better, and they beat us. And so, hopefully we can play better this time. Obviously there was some little nuances that they changed. They changed a few things spacing-wise. They changed a few things with their defensive presence, how they did things. And then we adjusted some things too. But they just outplayed us. They were just better that night.
And Ben McCollum, he expects an electric atmosphere tonight in Houston.
Hopefully really good. Yeah, hopefully loud. Hopefully people are engaged. Hopefully it's a fun game. I expect it to be just like the Florida game, just loud and engaging and exciting and, March Madness. That's what makes it fun. So that's the hope. And, if it's not, it's not. We'll still get after it. So we'll get after it regardless.
All right, Nebraska and Iowa coming up tonight. The Huskers have knocked off Troy 76-47 in the tournament so far. Then he came back to beat Vanderbilt 74-72. Hawkeyes opened up the tournament last week with a 67-61 win over Clemson before beating national champion Florida 73-72, the defending champs. So tip-off 6:30 tonight. You'll be able to see it on TBS.
It just doesn't have the feel like Ben McCollum was talking about, like just another game. I don't feel just another game tonight. And maybe it's the fan in me. Maybe it's this person that's been starving for 40 years to see Nebraska basketball at this level. But this just doesn't. This isn't just another game. This is for your season. This is to continue on, and this is really to put the finishing touches on the culmination of a rivalry matchup that started in Iowa City with hatred and their fans taunting Price Sanford, who transferred from Iowa. There's bad blood here, and to scrub it off as just another game. If that's your approach and mentality coming into today, like I got bad news for Iowa. They're going to get trucked because this is the most ready and focused Husker team, fan base. Everybody's all on board here, and we're all rowing in the same direction. And if you have just another game approach, get ready to get hit by a Mack truck tonight.
Wow.
How's that for coach speak?
You are fired up.
Let's go.
And we still got how many hours before tip-off? The other games that are going on today in the Sweet 16, Texas will play Purdue. I think that's one of the early games, as well as Nebraska and Iowa. Then the two later games will have Arkansas against Arizona and Illinois against Houston. If Nebraska loses, we won't care about those late night games. Nope. Flip the tube off and go to bed. The games tomorrow, St. John's against Duke, Alabama against Michigan, Michigan State against UConn, and Tennessee will play Iowa State. That's the Sweet 16. Then the winners will play again on Saturday and Sunday. If Nebraska wins, we'll play on Saturday. We've also got the Nebraska spring football game on Saturday. So it'll be a big day for Huskers.
Man, when is the last time that's happened? Never, obviously. But, normally if this was spring game week, honestly, you telling me on Thursday, oh, by the way, the spring game's on Saturday, I legitimately had no idea. Yeah, I've been so focused on Nebraska basketball and the success of Hoiberg and the boys and getting focused and ready for Iowa. That news legitimately slid under the rug.
Number one, it's been a very quiet spring for Nebraska football. Number two, they moved up the spring football game a couple of weeks just because of the schedule and because of what they wanted to go through this year. Matt kind of moved that up a couple of weeks. So, yeah, we've not been in a position to discuss basketball and football at the same time. Yeah, this week would normally be heavily slanting toward looking at the Nebraska spring football game.
We'd be talking three deep, four deep. Players that you're looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I don't know.
It's been quiet. It's been quiet this week so far. So I'm like you. I woke up and went through some news and notes this morning. I thought, oh, yeah, that's right. There's spring football games coming up on Saturday. No one really cares. And nobody will really care if Nebraska wins this game tonight because we'll be playing again sometime on Saturday.
Oh, man. The red-white game might not be sold out.
It might be, but...
Well, you'd have to... I mean, the tickets are so cheap.
Yeah, it might still be sold out. I don't know if everybody will show up.
You'd have to put the basketball game on the Jumbotron while the red-white game is happening, right?
So, anyway, there's some comments from the coaches. We'll have our Blazing Five coming up here shortly. Again, as part of the Chiefs Challenge. Initially, we're going to give you some underdogs that we're going to win. Let me just give you a little tease.
Oh.
Let me give you a little tease. With my Blazing Five, I'm aligning with the Chief and his original rules.
Whoa. You're going to go in the doghouse against the spread.
I'm going to give you a little tease.
That was a little more than a tease. If we're going over with the original rules, you're picking 5 dogs, but you're picking them against the spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so that's all coming up 7:30. Our Blazing Five. You won't miss it. All right, let's roll on. You're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday at 7:27.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Nebraska officials are expanding support for workers affected by the Tyson plant closure in Lexington. The Nebraska Department of Labor announcing that it has received a $1.5 million federal grant to provide job training, career services, and placement assistance. Programs include resume help, English language support, and training in fields like healthcare, construction, and trucking. State leaders say the goal is to quickly connect displaced workers with new employment opportunities, while job fairs and workshops are being held to assist with the transition. Meanwhile, the city of Grand Island City Council voted to provide tax increment financing for the final development phase of Sterling Estate Apartments. That's where I used to live. The property located east of North Road and South Capitol Avenue. Proposed development would begin April of 2026 and is expected to be completed by 2028. The project is expected to cost $20 million with a final estimation value of $15 million. That according to Regional Planning Director Chad Nabity. It is 7:28. We'll head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Again, Nebraska and Iowa will play tonight in the NCAA tournament, the Sweet 16 down in Houston. Tip-off will be at 6:30 on TBS. The fourth-ranked Nebraska bowling team has earned a spot in the Pittsburgh Regional. It'll be held April 2nd through the 4th. The opening match will feature St. Vincent and Belmont Abbey, with the winner advancing to face number 3 seed Arkansas State. The Huskers will take on Duquesne in the other matchup. Hastings College baseball team beat Nebraska Wesleyan 11-1 last night out at Duncan Field. The Broncos hammered out 14 base hits in the 7-inning game that was called because of the 10-run rule. Samuel Bruno led the Broncos at the plate, going 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 1 run scored. Devin Otto pitched 3 scoreless innings of relief to pick up the win, allowing 2 hits while striking out 1. Hastings is now 15-11 on the season. They will play a 4-game series at Northwestern coming up this weekend. The Adams Central baseball team will play St. Paul Palmer today out at Duncan Field. The Patriots are 2-1 on the season. St. Paul Palmer is 2-2. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at 4:15 this afternoon. Hastings High also in action today. The Tigers will be on the road playing at Gretna. Central Community College is expanding its athletics program with the addition of 3 sports. The Board of Governors have approved beach volleyball, women's golf, and women's flag football to its sports offerings. Beach volleyball and women's golf will be based at the Columbus campus, while women's flag football will be offered at the Hastings campus. Beach volleyball and women's golf will begin in the spring of 2027. There's no timeline yet for the beginning of women's flag football. Major League Baseball season got underway last night with the New York Yankees beating San Francisco 7-0. There's going to be 11 games on the Major League Baseball schedule for today. The NCAA Men's College Basketball Tournament will continue today with 4 games. Texas against Purdue, Iowa against Nebraska, Arkansas will play Arizona, and Illinois will take on Houston. Tomorrow it's St. John's against Duke, Alabama against Michigan, Michigan State will face UConn, and Tennessee will play Iowa State. That's a check into sports headlines at 7:31 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Today will be a little cooler, plenty of sunshine, and pretty windy as well. Hey, everybody, Tim Jones here with your forecast. Expect the high in the upper 60s today. West-southwest winds 5 to 10. They'll turn to the northeast at 20 to 30 with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we'll have an outside chance of rain, a low of 31. Sunny and 53 on Friday, and into the weekend, more wind on Saturday, a high in the low 60s, and back to the low 80s on Sunday.
Right now, we've got southwest winds at 9 miles per hour. It's clear, and it's 63 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give me a call at 308-991-5429.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
When your family feels protected under our roof, they are free to dream. And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance. Give Matthew a call at 308-389-9124 or stop in at 204 North Walnut Street in Grand Island.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
And again, you got 4 different spots now in the city of Hastings to play our trivia game and to watch live sports. We've added a Miss Q's Sports Bar and Grill to our offerings here. Put those monitors in over the weekend. In fact, they got not only 1, but 2 different monitors in there. Their bar area, so you can stop in and watch our games that we've got on the air here on Extreme Sports and play our trivia game. Biscuit Sports Bar and Grill is our latest location. Bullseye, the Tank, and also District 14 Bar and Pizza. The other locations, you'll be able to enjoy that. 7:35, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. The NCAA basketball tournament continues. That means our bracket challenge will continue tonight. Nobody is in the running for the $10,000 that we were wanting to award to somebody this year. Somebody that hit 60 games or more was going to win $10,000 in cash from Extreme Sports. We'll keep that in the prize closet for another offering. Nobody's going to hit 60. Our leader going into tonight, are you smarter than a 10-year-old? Obviously, we're not. We got a 10-year-old leading our bracket challenge. Just happens to be my grandson. So, yeah, when I officially retire, maybe someday, and Riken takes over my chair, we might have an expert on this show.
Expert in waiting.
Yeah, instead of a coach in waiting, we might have an expert in waiting for this show. Yeah, Riken's leading the challenge right now. His mom is in second place.
How's he doing in the pool that he's running in school?
I think he's winning that, too. Yeah, Riken's in first, his mom's in second, and then his dad's in fourth place. Cornbread is in there. He is
Cornbread.
Tied. You know Cornbread?
I'm 99% sure.
Cornbread is actually tied with Riken's father for third place.
Only one person in this town goes by that nickname. He is on the first floor of the Platt Building at CCC. He's in the Culinary Arts program.
IT guy, he is currently in fifth place in our bracket challenge. Jason Neppel follows him. Hell, we even got Jared Hackler. He's in the top 10.
You know you're having a bad year when Hack's in the top 10.
Yeah, I didn't think he knew anything about basketball. How the hell did he get to the top 10? Let's see. As far as their champions are concerned, Purdue, Nebraska,
wow,
Michigan, Arizona, Iowa State, Houston, Arizona, Duke, and Illinois. Those are in our top 10. So everybody's still got their champion going from our bracket challenge. So.
I just hear that there's going to be a lot of movement in the bracket challenge. A lot of different champions. Again, you know, I'm not gonna say "told you so" in a couple weeks from now. Maybe after this weekend, if you don't see somebody soaring up from the back of the pack, maybe try to do a little bump drafting from some of the other drafts. But you know, 7 of 8 alive in the Elite Eight and all Final Four, and still my champions and champion, all
You're
alive.
You're tied for 130th place.
We can make some waves in the bracket challenge this weekend.
You might sneak up in the top 100.
Wow, that's giving me a lot of cred.
You're tied for 130th place going into today.
I still am very much alive.
You've got a lot of ground to make up. You're tied for 130th place.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
All right.
Page 3 going to come through.
Right now you're on page 4. We had more entries in the bracket challenge this year.
Let's go.
I think you're down on page 4 this year.
We'll be fine.
All right. Coming up on 740 here on Extreme Sports.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Getting whiskey records and quitting balls of fire.
It's time for the Extreme Sports Blazing 5.
God, I'd like to hear that music.
It's so good.
We were awful last week.
We were horrible.
Well, we had a different set of rules. We were trying to pick upsets last week. A lower seed beating one of the top seeds, and we were awful. I think each of us, you and me and the Chief, all came up with one victory in that category. So
yeah,
this week we kind of changed the rules, and we're going to go against the spread like we did in the football.
Like we had so much success in football, we're going to run it back. Mister, I don't think you got above 500 in the football season. No, the thing was, like, the glaring stat at me when we tried the Chiefs Challenge was when we all picked a 12 seed over a 5 seed. We all picked a different 12 seed. 3 of us picked 3 12 seeds, and the 4th 12 seed was the 12 seed that won. And we were all losers. Like, that's a glaring stat of historical awfulness. But so when we couldn't succeed, we changed the rules. We're going back to spread, baby.
All right, so here we go. The NCAA basketball tournament, a little special edition of the Blazing 5. I actually made a call.
What?
I made a call yesterday to my buddy out in Las Vegas.
I thought you were going to say your 10-year-old.
I should have. Made a call to my buddy out in Las Vegas, talking about the tournament. This tournament has been chalk heavy so far, meaning the favorites have been winning. But that's going to turn. The tide is going to turn. Things even out in the long run. My buddy says the bookmakers out there are inflating the lines on the elite teams this year in the NCAA tournament, so the value is shifting to the underdogs. So he gave me a little tip. The value is shifting to the underdogs.
Is that Steve the bartender?
I can't reveal my sources. All right, so here we go. Here's my Blazing 5 for the NCAA tournament. Today, Texas against Purdue. Texas getting 7.5 points. First 4 teams historically cover as dogs in this spot. Remember, Texas was in a play-in game. They have advanced to the Sweet 16, and in this round, the Sweet 16, teams that have advanced from the play-in games are 3-1-1 against the spread.
Like that.
So give me Texas. Give me Texas as a dog tonight against Purdue. Arkansas, an 8-point underdog to Arizona. Big number. Big number. Give me Arkansas. That's going to be a game tonight. Friday, St. John's against Duke. St. John's a 6.5-point underdog to Duke.
Don't you dare.
Oh, the Blue Devils have got an injury or two.
Don't you dare.
St. John's is battle-tested.
Oh.
They've got a Pitino as their head coach.
They got the Pitino. Rick Pitino.
The Pitino. Give me St. John's. St. John's over Duke. What else I got? Illinois and Houston.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be a game tonight. Illinois, a 2.5-point underdog. I think Illinois will win this game straight up over Houston. Give me Illinois. And then I'm on Tennessee.
Only 10 I see.
Tennessee against Iowa State. Tennessee a 3.5-point dog to Iowa State. So I'm on 5 dogs. I'm on 5 dogs for my Blazing 5.
You still kept the spirit of the challenge. Then I appreciate that about you. You kept the spirit of the challenge by keeping with the dog theme. I didn't. I wussed out at the first available exit and am taking some favorites, not all, I'm with you. Illinois, I think Illinois beats Houston straight up. I would take Illinois on the money line if you gave it to me. But I'll take the 3.5 against the Houston Cougars. So give me the Fighting Illini. I also think Michigan State, Tom Izzo in March is a wonder to behold. How he continues to bring team and continue to advance in the tournament. Tom Izzo in March, that's plus 1.5. I would take Michigan State on the money line if you gave me the money line only. I think they'll upset UConn tonight, but I'll take the 1.5. I'm going to go against you on Duke. I think Duke has really stumbled out of the gates. They played awful against the 16 seed. They were down at halftime against the Siena Saints. It didn't look good in their second round game either. They've kind of just been going through the motions, but finding a way to win. They've had a week to get reset and be the number one team that they should be. I think Duke flexes against St. John's in that matchup. I'm also on the Cyclones. Something about them, man. I like them. Very, very few Big 12 teams that I'm going to advance much further down the road than Iowa State. I've got them in my Final Four, so I got to stick with them. I got to be confident in my Final Four selection. Give me the Cyclones at minus 4.5 against Tennessee. The line that you talk about inflation. Michigan's a 10.5 point favorite in the Sweet 16 against Alabama. That is fishy. I don't like it. I'm going to take Bama, roll Tide, at plus 10.5 against the Michigan Wolverines. And just for S's and G's, because it's the Chiefs Challenge, it would be not complete without the Chiefs picks with optimal commentary. Chiefs picks for tomorrow, well, which is now today. East bracket, Chief says, Michigan State covers Tom Izzo, March Madness, enough said. He's got Michigan State covering against UConn. He's got Alabama covering against Michigan. Bama has played surprisingly well during their tournament without their best player, who, of course, got kicked off the team after the marijuana conviction right before the tournament. But says Alabama will cover against Michigan at 10.5. He's got the Razorbacks covering against the Arizona Wildcats. John Calipari will find a way to keep this game close enough to have Arkansas cover. He's got Illinois straight up. Says Big 10 basketball. And then he's got the greater than symbol, Big 12 basketball, with a note, sorry, Ryan Martin. And then we close it out with Texas. He's got them covering, but ultimately losing to Purdue. He says Texas will keep it close. He goes, see previous comment about Big 10 over Big 12. So those are his selections. He is also riding dog heavy in his bracket challenge.
Not as much as me. I'm on 5 dogs.
I think he's got 5 dogs.
Does he? He's got 5 dogs too?
He's got 5 dogs too.
Wow, the dogs are barking.
The dogs are barking, except for me, who was like, I'm going to take a couple safe games. I just think, again, Duke with an entire week to get their...
You've been smoking the Duke cigar for 3 weeks now.
They're the best team in the country. Boozer's the best player.
They were.
What do you mean were? They haven't lost yet.
I know, but they don't look like the best team.
They've had a week to get their shit figured out. I think they'll get their stuff figured out and stop on the accelerator now.
They better.
For my bracket.
Well, yeah. Plus, you're on Duke because you got them winning the national championship. So you got to take Duke.
You got to put your money where your mouth is, right?
That's what they say.
That's why I'm on Duke and Iowa State with the favorites. St. John's, though, that game against Kansas did look good. The point guard, with his ability to pick and roll, opposite hand, mind you, because of the way the screen was set, and he had to force to go right-handed, and he's not a right-handed shooter, but still found a way to get that shot to fall. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals, right? It's Pitino and March, and that sometimes is enough. Izzo, I've long put Michigan State way further than I thought they belong in the bracket because it's Tom Izzo, and Tom Izzo always finds a way to do it. So you got your who's who of the coaching ranks. Calipari in there, with Petito in there, Izzo's in there. So yeah, it's gonna be a Sweet 16 to watch for sure.
I'm surprised our three experts, they're on the panel here.
Yeah.
None of us had the Nebraska-Iowa game as part of our Blazing Five.
I don't want to put that negativity on the Huskers. Like I have not been picking well as of late. I will admit, when we started the show for season 2 in August, and I came out of the gates just red hot with some smoking hot picks, probably the first 4 weeks of the season.
Oh, you were probably you were winning percentage-wise.
In rare air.
You were not only the best probably in the state of Nebraska, but I would have put your record up against a lot of the national guys.
Oh, I'd have gone on VSiN.
Yeah, you were red hot.
We've cooled off significantly, and I just don't want to put where's my heart and where's my head. It's both at Nebraska at 1.5 tonight. I think we're the favorites, and I think we win. That said, I can't Sharpie that in, because if I Sharpie that in, then you have the designation of being Tyson's pick, and that carries with it a lot of negative connotations sometimes. So couldn't do it. I love us too much to pick us.
Yeah, I think Nebraska will win tonight.
I do.
I think Nebraska will win tonight, and then we would play the winner of the Houston game.
Illinois, yeah.
Illinois-Houston.
Yep.
God, we could have another Big Ten matchup in our next round.
Could have, yeah.
God, this is like the Big Ten tournament all over again.
You might know the Big Ten is pretty good at basketball.
Jeez. Anyway, first game's first. That's tonight. Nebraska and Iowa gets underway at 6:30 on TBS. Waking up with Mike and Tyson. Those are your Blazing 5 picks. Part of
Good
our
stuff.
Chief Challenge. Part of our Chief Challenge here. Anyway, 7:52, waking up with Mike and Tyson. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We start off in Lexington, where Nebraska officials are expanding support for workers affected by the Tyson plant closure. The Department of Labor receiving a $1.5 million federal grant to provide job training, career services, and placement assistance. Programs include resume help, English language support, and training in fields like healthcare, construction, and trucking. State leaders say the goal is to quickly connect displaced workers with new employment opportunities, while job fairs and workshops are being held to assist with the transition. Grand Island City Council providing tax increment financing for a final development phase for the Sterling Estates Apartments. The property located east on North Road and south of Capitol Avenue. The proposed development will begin in April and expected to be completed in 2 years. The project coming in with a cost of over $20 million. It is now coming up on 7:54. We'll swing things over to the East Side Studios. It's opening day. Mike Will's got your sports update. Good morning.
Yeah, the Major League Baseball season officially got started last night with one game. The Yankees beat San Francisco 7-0. But yeah, today is officially the opening day, and there are 11 games on the Major League Baseball schedule for today. In the NCAA Men's College Basketball Tournament will continue today with 4 games. Texas against Purdue, Iowa against Nebraska, Arkansas against Arizona, and Illinois against Houston. Tomorrow, it's St. John's against Duke, Alabama against Michigan. Michigan State will face UConn, and Tennessee will play Iowa State. Hastings College baseball team, they beat Nebraska Wesleyan 11-1 last night out at Duncan Field. The Broncos hammered out 14 base hits in the 7-inning game. That was called because of the 10-run rule. Samuel Bruno led the Broncos to the plate, going 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 1 run scored. Devin Otto pitched 3 scoreless innings of relief to pick up the win, allowing 2 hits while striking out 1. Hastings is now 15-11. They'll play a 4-game series at Northwestern coming up this weekend. The Adams Central baseball team will play St. Paul Palmer today at Duncan Field. Patriots are 2-1. St. Paul Palmer is 2-2. First pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 4:15 this afternoon. Hastings High also in action today. The Tigers playing on the road at Gretna. And the 4th-ranked Nebraska bowling team has earned a spot in the Pittsburgh Regional, April 2nd through the 4th. The opening match will feature St. Vincent and Belmont Abbey, with the winner advancing to face number 3 seed Arkansas State. The Huskers will take on Duquesne in the other matchup. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:56 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Today will be a little cooler, plenty of sunshine and pretty windy as well. Hey everybody, Tim Jones here with your forecast. Expect the high in the upper 60s today. West-southwest winds 5 to 10. They'll turn to the northeast at 20 to 30 with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Overnight tonight we'll have an outside chance of rain, a low of 31. Sunny and 53 on Friday, and into the weekend more wind on Saturday, a high in the low 60s, and back to the low 80s on Sunday.
We've got southwest winds this morning at 9. Clear skies. It is 63 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Trouble's brewing at Elbow Bend, and somebody's about to get fleeced. This is Mick with Mileta Vista Winery announcing our mystery dinner tickets are now on sale for the Golden Fleecing, Wild West Murder Mystery. So get your tickets at Mileta Vista Winery's events page. Come dressed as your best cowboy or saloon girl garb. Enjoy a great meal, a glass or two of hooch, and help solve the crime before the night's over. But watch your back, buddy. The outlaw might be sitting at your table. The Golden Fleecing Mystery Dinner at Mileta Vista Winery, March 28th, April 18th.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
The key to a thriving community is a good foundation. And for over 75 years, Hastings Federal Credit Union has been building and supporting Hastings and the surrounding areas, providing the support for new cars to keep you on the road, new homes to give you a place to land, or help with whatever life throws your way. With easy access via online banking or our mobile app, it's never been easier to have your financial dreams at your fingertips. Come see us at Hastings Federal Credit Union to start your banking journey today.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, you need a team you can trust. At Jones Group Insurance in Kennesaw, they're committed to helping individuals, families, and businesses plan for today and prepare for tomorrow. From home, auto, and farm insurance to life coverage and retirement planning, the Jones Group takes the time to understand your goals and build a plan that fits your future. Local service, personalized guidance, trusted protection. Call Jones Group Insurance today and experience the difference a hometown team can make.
All right, Mike Will, Giant Center Bronk with you. Huddle up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. And we'll have high school baseball later on today. Adams Central and St. Paul Palmer from Duncan Field. 4:15 for the pregame show with Adams Central head coach Tim Stroman. 4:30 for the pitch today. First pitch, St. Paul Palmer and Adams Central coming up today here on Extreme Sports. Tim just mentioned the weather forecast. Should be a lovely day at the ballpark today.
It's going to be a fantastic day.
Temperature-wise, it's going to be all right in the upper 60s.
Yeah.
But windy condition with wind gusts of 40 miles per hour.
Atta baby.
Typical spring-like day at Duncan Field.
Sounds like something we'd have at Bill Smith Softball Complex for Hastings College.
Well, you're going to have that too Saturday.
Saturday's going to be windy again.
We got softball and baseball on Saturday, so.
Oh.
I was bookkeeper/wife was talking about a big storm system, possibility of snow
What?
Next week.
What?
So I dove into things a little bit. In fact, I was going to have Tim Jones on the show today if we were going to have a snowstorm, maybe move through next week.
I don't see anything.
No, it's not going to be snow. It might be rain.
It's going to be 60.
Yeah, it's going to be in the 60s and the 70s next week. So chances of snow, I told my wife / bookkeeper, I said, oh, man, that would just be the frosting on the cake, wouldn't it? We get to April and we come up with 7 inches of snow.
This happened.
It's happened before.
My birthday is April 4th, and I remember a very specific birthday where I got a 3-day weekend because it snowed on Friday. I mean, dumped snow on a Friday, and they canceled school, so I got a 3-day weekend for my birthday.
Yeah, I'm not going to alarm folks if you're just joining us. Yeah, I'm not going to alarm you.
The low is 41.
It's not going to be snow.
So that's not going to be enough to... It's going to have to get significantly colder.
Yeah. It's just going to be maybe a rainstorm, and that would be good for us because we definitely need the moisture.
Oh, God. It's so dry.
With this being the Sweet 16, if you want to hang with us, the guys, the experts, the real experts, are going to be in there for the rest of the day today here on the VSiN and Extreme Sports. They'll have all the latest information for you for the Sweet 16 tonight. They are live. They're right there in Vegas at the Circa. So they're going to have all the latest information as far as the games tonight. I'm sure you're involved one way or the other with maybe betting a little bit now that it's legal here in this beautiful state of Nebraska. So they'll have all the latest info on the game. So just stay with us here on the VSiN and Extreme Sports throughout the day.
There you go. Let's clean up some comments here really quick before we hit the exit button. Eric Williams, a Cubs fan, happy opening day from a Cardinals fan. I know it's weird, but let's keep feelings civil for the time being. Listen, the Cardinals aren't going to be strong enough to contend this year, so why not PCA with Chicago Cubs, and I can support my Cubs fans in their journey. Just as long as we beat the Brewers, that's all I care about. It is the best you have looked, Ty. Talking about the last 48 hours with the webcam. Listen, it's going to improve, and it's going to be awesome. We tested it yesterday. It looked gorgeous. You could basically see my nose hairs with the HD camera that we've got set up in here. But
I'll be anxious to see that.
We'll get it figured out.
Looking forward to seeing your nose hairs.
There you go. Ryan Martin, go Huskers, winning the Sweet 16. He says having Nebraska still around has helped with the depression of the Kansas hangover. And then you have Chief Indorf, go Duke, go Big Red. And he's going to slide one more in here at the buzzer. Go Cubs, go. Do.
All right, if you'd like to listen to the show again, you can. Just download the podcast on any one of our social media sites and listen to the show again.
So long.
Be with us tomorrow. See what kind of a tune we're going to be playing tomorrow.
We'll see what shape I'm in tomorrow.
It's an early game.
Big Red Bat. Well, we'll see what shape I'm in, and if we lose,
you'll be in good shape.
I'm going to be miserable.
If you win, you're going to be miserable anyway.
How do you know me so well?
Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network is going to join us on the show tomorrow. We'll have plenty of Husker talk as well tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow morning at 7 here on Huddle Up.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on X.